Now, I want to tell you something. There are certain tricks to the trade that I talk about with travel. But there's one that I've mentioned over the years that has suddenly become much more relevant than it used to be. And I want to make sure you know, when you're searching for a deal by air, how to take advantage of these new opportunities. So air travel goes through continuous change in the United States. And right now, especially, because American, United, and Delta, the three full-fare airlines, are so large now and have concentrated their power so heavily in their what are known as fortress hubs that it's changed the equation for people that are looking for a deal. And there's also a change in the competitive landscape that I want to make sure you are clued into. And it all starts with an airline that's been around for a while called Allegiant. Allegiant, based in Las Vegas, flies leisure-oriented routes. There's some term for it, family and something like that. But they serve markets that are for vacation and family visits. That's what they do. And they may not fly to a place every day of the week. In fact, some places they only fly twice a week. And to understand what I'm talking about, if you go look at Allegiant and pull up their map of where they fly in the country, I promise you, there are a lot of cities they fly to you've never heard of or only know faintly of. And so what they're doing is they fly to places that the big three don't care about. So they have led to copycats. And now there's Avelo and Breeze, both which started 4 years ago, that are both growing around the country. But again, they go to places that you wouldn't think to look. One of the places that Avelo is big in is New Haven, Connecticut. Now, let me tell you, somebody going into Massachusetts or going to Hartford or maybe going to the New York suburbs, you're never thinking of looking for a fare to New Haven, Connecticut. You don't even know anybody flies there. Let me tell you, the people in New Haven know, because now there's all these huge traffic jams around the airport, because people who do know are getting fares that are usually 1/4 of what the fare would be on American, United, or Delta, flying to the big city any of those three fly to, that are shouting distance from New Haven. There's also Breeze Air, and Breeze does a similar kind of flying to places that the full-fare airlines aren't really interested in. And the advantage with Allegiant and Breeze and Avelo, all their flights are set up to be non-stops. There's no changing in any hub or anything like that. You just have to go on the days of the week they fly and the days of the week they return. Now, this is just a tactic that is growing in popularity because these airlines are filling these planes because people are getting so much better deal. When is it not a deal? So you go to fly and your flight's canceled. Now remember, I said a lot of these routes, they're only flying maybe twice a week, 4 times a week, and the busiest ones once a day. And that flight gets canceled, it's not a laughing matter, because you're going to be stranded for a while, either going from where you're leaving from to where you're going, or vice versa. So there is a big, big trade-off with this. You've heard a lot about Spirit being in bankruptcy and Frontier having trouble making money and all that. What's different about those two is they decided it would be a great idea to go right after the big markets of the full fare airlines and at the same time treat people like dirt that are flying them. Now, I don't know who ever thought it was a good idea to treat people like dirt, but that's been the problem with both of them. And I have a particular grudge against the CEO of Frontier, who has designed the relationship between his employees and the customers as an adversarial one, where the employees get bonused for every time they can charge a rip-off fee to a customer. The interests of the employee and the customer should be aligned. At Frontier, they are diametrically opposed. I don't know what business school the CEO went to, but he was obviously sleeping through all the classes. But this is something that does have the trade-off if there is a flight problem. But I can tell you there's a general rule: Allegiant, Breeze, and Avelo have been running extremely reliable schedules and reliable airlines. When you're looking to book somewhere, look where they go and know that the full fares may at an airport nearby be offering certain deals on certain flight times that match up with the flights that Avelo and Breeze and Allegiant are running to cities nearby.